Hi guys, thanks for joining me. I'm Marilyn. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this sublimated pillowcase for a friend of mine's daughter. Now you're going to need a few basic items for this. First, you're going to need a sublimated print. I printed mine on my Epson EcoTank 2760 that I converted myself. This is a regular printer, but I added sublimation ink instead of the ink that came with it. I have a video that shows how easy that is, so I'll link to that in the description below. And then I use Koala brand sublimation paper for this project. I got this off of Amazon and I'll link to that as well. Now, in addition to your print, you're going to need a blank, which in my case is a 100% polyester pillowcase. I'll talk more about that during the video. And then lastly, you're going to need a heat source. Now, an Easy Press 2 gets hot enough to do this project. You could use that. Or in my case, I'm going to use a heat press that I bought off of Amazon. And just like the paper, I'll link to that in the description below. Now there's other little things you'll need here and there, and I'll talk about those during the video. So let's just jump on into the project. Okay, first I want to show you the pillowcase I'm using. You get these at Walmart. You get two for $4.94. And you can see from the back they're 100% polyester, so they sublimate very nicely. Now I find that it's easy to move things to the heat press if you go ahead and place them on the heat press pad. So I have that under my pillow. And then generally I want to center my design from this edge to that edge, not really taking this flap into consideration too much. Then the other thing I need to do is go ahead and put some butcher paper inside my pillow in case any of the ink seeps through it. It'll keep it off the back side. I ironed my pillowcase somewhat in my heat press, but now I want to go ahead and make sure there's no loose fibers on it. So I have this rolling lint brush, and I'm just going to use it where the design will go to make sure there's nothing on there. You can see the design slightly through the back, so I'm going to make sure it's roughly centered. Okay, so I'm going to call that good. Now, I do want to just clip off the corners. I'm going to go ahead and tape this down with some heat-resistant tape. This just makes sure that your paper doesn't move when you're getting the heat press closed down, because if it does, you get what's called ghosting, and it just looks a little bit blurry. Okay, I'm ready to go ahead and move that over to the heat press, so I'll meet you there. Now here's my heat press. I have it set for 400 degrees, 45 seconds. This is just a relatively inexpensive heat press that I got off of Amazon. It is 15 by 15, and I'll link to this in the description below. They do have a 12 by 15 also. This felt pad, or whatever this is, this came with it, and then the orange pad that you saw earlier also came with it. So I'll go ahead and bring my design over on that. All right, I just about closed that without my butcher paper. I do have a Teflon sheet that's attached to my heat press with magnets, but I also want a piece of butcher paper just to protect that Teflon sheet. Okay, so let me peel back just a little bit of tape and see if I think the colors look vibrant. Oh, that looks really pretty. If I didn't think it sublimated enough, I could put my press back down for more time. But in this case, that is beautiful. That sublimation came through just perfectly. I'll go ahead and slip this on a pillow and I'll show you a picture at the end. Thanks so much for joining me today. Until the next video. Bye-bye.